NBA fans are furious. LeBron James snags another All-Star spot while true stars get snubbed. Adam Silver is facing major backlash for letting legacy outweigh performance this season.
All right, we have one more selection. It is the very last one. I'm covering it up, but if you guys get this wrong, okay,
come on. I'm about to say LeBron James. Come on. Like, we're not. Come on. LeBron is. LeBron is.
He ain't fooling nobody.
He ain't fooling nobody. What is this? 23? Oh my goodness.
22nd consecutive NBA All-Star selection.
LeBron James was selected to another All-Star team. Some fans feel he hasn't been playing an elite level and believe other more deserving players were left out so he could make it again. Then at the last minute, he withdrew because of an injury that many people are questioning. Now the debate is heating up. Is LeBron still truly performing at an all-star level, or is he being chosen mainly because of his reputation and name?
NBA All-Star reserve list is out or whatever. Kawhi Leonard somehow, some way, is not going to be in the All-Star game, which is just mind-boggling. And, of course, people are making the comparison that his numbers are way better than LeBron's. He's played in more games than LeBron, all those things. It's his home arena, the Intuit Dome, and somehow in Los Angeles. Don't forget, Kawhi is from Los Angeles, too.
Riverside, to be exact.
Exactly, right? And he's not going to be a part.
Let's be real. A lot of people feel like LeBron James shouldn't have been an all-star this year. They believe he hasn't played at a high enough level and that other players were more deserving. But he was selected anyway, and critics argue that the league, led by Adam Silver, continues to reward him based on reputation. Then, just before the actual All-Star game, he pulled out with an injury that many fans question. So now he still gets to add another All-Star selection to his resume, but doesn't have to suit up and play. That's why some people are calling the whole situation unfair and asking whether this was truly about performance or just about the name.
Is there any part of you that regrets never doing it? And with a procession of people maybe saying they might do it, would it propel you to give it a chance at next year's All-Star game?
There's no part of me that have regrets about not doing it. Obviously, I had a couple moments where I wanted to do it, and it just never worked out that way going into the following season either because of injuries or I wasn't up for it.
That's the frustration some fans are expressing about LeBron James and the current state of All-Star Weekend. Many people already feel the event has lost its intensity. The dunk contest lacks superstar participation, the skills challenge doesn't feel meaningful, and the Sunday game often looks more like a light scrimmage than true competition. Critics argue that during LeBron's era, the shift toward lower-effort All-Star games became more normalized. The bigger issue for some fans, though, is roster spots. The Western Conference is loaded with talent this year. There are younger players putting up strong numbers on competitive teams who didn't make it. One name often mentioned is Alperen Sengun of the Houston Rockets. After earning his first All-Star selection last season, many believe he's having an even better year and deserved recognition again, so the debate becomes less about legacy and more about merit. Should selections be strictly based on current performance, or does long-term impact and star power still carry weight?
Another deflection by Sengun. Picked up by Van Vliet. He gets it back. Oh my goodness, the softest leg went for.
Alperen Sengun is putting up around 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, along with strong defensive activity. He's near the top of the league in double-doubles, and the Houston Rockets are competing near the top of the Western Conference. By traditional stats and impact metrics, you can clearly argue he's having an all-star caliber season. When people see LeBron James make the roster again, they question whether selections are based purely on performance or influenced by legacy and star power. That's where the legacy spot debate comes from. You also mentioned Julius Randle in Minnesota with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's another example fans point to, a player contributing heavily on a strong Western Conference team, but facing extremely tough competition for limited roster spots. And at the end of the day, the Western Conference is stacked. When talent is that deep, someone deserving is always going to miss out. The real question is whether all-star selections should strictly reward current season production, or if legacy and global impact will always play a role.
You get the defensive player of the year. Yeah, he might miss a wide open layup, but he's also going to block shots. And okay, Julius Randle. Randle's got it cooking right now.
Julius Randle has been putting up roughly 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. And the biggest point supporters highlight is availability. He's shown up every night. In a league where load management is common, playing every single game carries weight. Meanwhile, critics point at LeBron James and argue that durability and consistency should matter just as much as name value. From their perspective, players like Alperen Sengun and Randle check the traditional all-star boxes: strong stats, consistent availability, and meaningful impact on winning teams. The broader frustration is that all-star voting blends fan voting, media input, and league decisions, which naturally introduces popularity into the equation. Star power has always played a role in all-star history, but when deserving players miss out, it reignites the debate about whether the system leans too heavily toward brand recognition over pure merit. Now, when you bring up Los Angeles snubs, that adds another layer, because in a major market like LA, expectations and scrutiny are always amplified.
But if you do a quick Google search where you search LeBron James All-Star, the top search that comes right after that is, how did LeBron get in over Kawhi Leonard? Because if you mentioned it, Rob, you look down the stats, Kawhi Leonard has him beat on every major statistical category.
That's another part of the debate fans keep bringing up. Kawhi Leonard is putting up elite numbers this season, around 27-plus points per game on extremely efficient shooting splits. When he's healthy and aggressive, it absolutely looks like his prime form for the Toronto Raptors championship run. The Los Angeles Clippers have been competitive, and many argue that level of production should automatically earn an all-star nod. Then there's James Harden. Statistically, he's also putting together a strong season, contributing heavily as both a scorer and playmaker. Supporters say if the selection is based strictly on current performance, both Kawhi and Harden have strong cases. Meanwhile, LeBron James continues to get selected, which brings the conversation back to the same core question. Is the All-Star game about this season's best performers, or is it about the league's biggest names and global icons? That tension between merit and popularity has always existed, but when the Western Conference is this stacked, every controversial selection feels amplified.
8 assists, obviously setting the table, but guess what? He can set his own plate as well. Gets in there and takes the contact.
This is the full argument critics are making, and it comes down to numbers versus name value. Supporters of players like James Harden point out he's averaging around 25 points and 8 assists, ranking near the top of the league in playmaking. He's had explosive performances, including a 50-plus point game, and has carried stretches when teammates like Kawhi Leonard were out. Then you look at others in the West: Lauri Markkanen, Aaron Fox, Julius Randle, all putting up 22-plus points per game on competitive teams. The stat being highlighted is this: more than 20 players averaging 22-plus points made the All-Star team, but several Western Conference players at that level did not. That fuels the perception that one spot, given to LeBron James, came at the expense of statistically comparable or even superior candidates. Critics also bring up impact metrics like plus, minus, and net rating, arguing that some of those snubbed players grade out better this season. Their conclusion: if All-Star is strictly about current year production, the numbers don't clearly favor LeBron over those names. Then the comparison shifts to Michael Jordan and his later years with the Washington Wizards. Jordan's 2002 season at age 38 included roughly 25 points per game before the break, strong two-way impact, and a competitive team record at the time. Critics argue that was still elite production relative to the league. The core debate isn't really about one stat. It's about philosophy. Should all-star selections reflect only this season's performance? Should availability matter heavily? Does legacy and global impact deserve weight in what is, at its core, also an entertainment showcase? All-star voting has always blended merit and popularity. The tension shows up most when the conference is stacked and multiple deserving players are competing for limited spots. That's why this debate feels louder than ever.